So we're back one more time, and we are going to be talking about this Preston Thompson guitar.
It.
We are unboxing it.
It's already out of the box, but we call this unboxing.
We sure do.
We're going to dive into it. Before we do that, we want to invite you guys to like us and subscribe down below. The more you do that, the more of these videos we can put out. We want to see that people are watching them and subscribing, and we want to make sure you're getting to see them.
Yeah.
So just take a moment right now, push like, subscribe, whatever it's going to be.
Now, right.
We're not starting the video till you do it. Thank you. Okay. What do we got today, John?
Anyway, a few different things. I do also want to mention before we get started that if you want to hear more of these of this guitar, we got music at the end and a demo, tone demo, as well as a whole nother video that has that complete song on it. So
Stony
check
Point.
that out.
We just played Stony Point.
That's right. So Preston Thompson has done it again. One of my favorite guitar brands out here, and this guitar was actually one that we custom ordered a little over a year ago. Actually, we had one very similar to it then, and then had it in. And again, I have to admit, my favorite part about this job is I get to choose guitars and kind of put them together and assemble them. And if I was to choose a guitar for me, this is it. This has actually been kind of my particular guitar, which is kind of made for a problem because the one that came in before this, I fell in love with and I wanted, and Jeremy said, no.
I said you can buy it.
Well, no, you didn't. You said you can't buy it because other people want to buy it.
Our job is to find good guitars to sell to other people.
So then I ordered another one that I was sure...
Your wife actually called me and said...
There's probably that too. Then I ordered another one just like it, a little change. And I also want to keep it. And Jeremy said, no, why? Because we've been getting calls on this since before it even arrived. It took almost a year and a half to get it. And those of you who know Preston Thompson Guitars know it takes a long time to get
It's called supply and demand. They are very meticulous on their build, so they can't just like crank them out and have thousands of them, but people want thousands of them. So
they do.
As soon as we get them in, they don't last long, and we have to put the other one on order even before we get them in.
That's
so
right.
We're trying to get a rolling inventory of these guitars, but because they're so well built and in demand right now that they are hard to hold on to.
Actually, this has got so crazy with this guitar. I actually had a guy that said he was going to drop off his credit card information a week before it even arrived.
Which was great because that happened before Christmas. We were able to buy a bunch of gifts for the whole store.
The whole family. It was really nice. So anyway, let's talk about the guitar. Preston Thompson Guitars, building one of the finest new versions of a pre-war guitar out there. If I was looking for a modern version of a pre-war style guitar, this would probably be my choice. And this particular one, especially, if you're looking for a Rosewood Dread, great finish. This one has a Madagascar Rosewood sides and back. And for those that aren't familiar, I think Madagascar Rosewood has become like the choice for a Brazilian Rosewood alternative. Way less money. To me, it has the same looks and overall voice and character as Brazilian Rosewood. With about half the amount of price tag to it. So really, really fine. This one has, of course, as a DMRA, I believe is how they delineate that. Delineate. That's the word I was looking for. The alienated number for this is, which is a Madagascar M Rosewood R Adirondack top. This one has an Adirondack top with the pre-war style bracing. This does have a custom feature, a little bit different, which is the vintage toner. Give it a little bit more color than your standard Adirondack
Adirondack
tops.
almost has kind of a white look to it.
Very white.
A lot of times you can tell in a guitar shop when you walk in, the more white top, tighter wood grain on Addy tops.
A lot of times,
and
yes.
This
sometimes brown
a little bit more,
too.
kind of gives it a little bit more of that aged look to it, which is probably what they call it, age toner.
That's why. So that was one of the custom features we did. The other one is, if you have not followed, one of my favorite things on, especially Rosewood guitars, is bound fretboards and bound pegheads. I love a bound peghead. I feel like it's a very small dress up that doesn't totally change the look of the guitar, but definitely gives it a classier look.
It defines it, I think.
It does. And I'm not a big bling kind of guy on guitars. I like woods that just speak for themselves. So one of the things that I try to do when I kind of build a custom build is to try to do something that's a little bit dressed up, a little bit different, but let the woods speak for themselves, and also try not to shoot for the fence and make it the most expensive guitar out there, because I know I couldn't do that. Yeah, because I want to buy them. I'm building guitars that I want, which is maybe good, maybe bad, I don't know. But this one definitely fit that build. Pre-war specs does have that wider string spacing at the bridge, which again, we've talked about this before, takes a few minutes to get used to. Once I do, I absolutely love it. It's, you know, a really cool feeling, and definitely feels like a pre-war. If you've ever played any of those original 30s Dreads, they had that slightly wider spacing at the bridge. Makes for a little bit different feel, but very easy to get used to. One of the other things that they are really good at is, and are getting known for, is their soft V or modified modern V shape neck. It has just a slight V to it. It's not very harsh, 1 3/4 nut width. So it's just really got that classic feel and touch to it. And again, I just find this to be an extremely punchy, lively guitar. Has that sustain of some of the modern guitars, but with that just bold tone and thickness of a pre-war style guitar.
I think we've talked in the past, seems like Rosewood leans a little bit more towards those rhythm players that just want a real full backup rhythm guitar that's going to fill that whole stage with sound and set that foundation for the rhythm of the band. That doesn't mean they don't cut for lead,
no,
but they just fill that space much more for the guy that is really looking to be that Tony Rice rhythm. And
for me, that's actually been my biggest drawback. Right now in my collection, I have way more mahogany guitars than I have of Rosewood guitars. And I'm very fussy about that because I'm kind of more of a lead player. I fancy myself a rhythm player, but I do play a lot of leads, and I want to make sure a Rosewood guitar, they're not going to be mushy or, you know, kind of just thick on the bottom side. It wants to mic well, and that, I think, is where Thompson really keeps stepping out. Every time we've got this in, we had the East Indian Rosewood guitar. Again, fabulous. Trent, who's actually behind the camera right now, ended up buying that guitar, which, by the way, why'd you let him buy one and not... Okay, that's not cool. That's not cool. Anyway, the Indian Rosewood, absolutely fabulous. Also very well balanced, very punchy. The Madagascar, for me, has been really lively. It does not lose that high-end detail for your lead playing, and kind of gives you that full rounded tone, which I've been extremely picky about, and thus the reason why I don't have as much Rosewood in my guitar collection. So what I'm saying is, Christine at Thompson, we got to get one of these for me, so let's do that Jeremy doesn't know about, and it'll come to me, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, give her your home address.
Anyway, absolutely fabulous guitar in a pre-war spec. Has the Waverly tuners here, 1 3/4 nut width with that modified or modern V-shaped neck. Has the wider spacing at the bridge, as well as the pre-war forward shifted X brace. And on this custom guitar, the vintage toner has the bound fretboard and the bound peghead. So we're going to do a couple tone samples so you can hear a little bit more about what it sounds like. And until next time, keep on picking.
Hey, thanks for watching that video that we just did. I'm going to make this universal so we can use it in all the videos.
Good
I hope you enjoyed that thing that I said. And if you'd like to see more things like that, then subscribe down below where it says subscribe. You'll be notified anytime we do another video.
And while you're at it, make sure to check out our website, theacousticshop.com. We have free shipping on most products and one of the best return policies in the country.
We know what it's like to buy an instrument online. You never know what you're going to get. When you get it, if you're not happy with it, send it back to us. We're not going to be mad at you.
No.
We'll be a little disappointed in you, but no. We want you to find the right instrument, and there's no way to know until you try it. So we encourage you to try it out, play it, and then if it's not the right fit, we'll find the one that is.
There we go.
Also, be sure to comment down below. We love to interact with you guys. It's not a one-way street here.
Nope.
You get to say things, we get to say things back to you. If we say mean things, we're going to say mean things back.
We may or may not do that. Anyway, we thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.